Good evening, everybody. Welcome to PSGL channel, season 25, FP round 4. Apologies that it says round 2. That's copied from an old thing. I am your commentator, IRL Neon, or Jared Fosby. I am joined by Ollie, my co-commentator, who's here. I'll just quickly edit that on the video. I do apologies for that. Don't know why I called it that. Yeah, it's round 4. It's just me copying the wrong thing when I copied it. And I'll go over the qualifying prediction in a minute. Just need to make sure everything is set, and it is. Right, edit. There we go. It is back to round 4. So we are now up and running. Everything is sorted, so there will be no issue with the stream now. Well then, as we can see, Canada is quite sunny. Right now there's no threat of cloud right now. As one of the Taurus drivers of Ash coming out. Let's see how he can do today. He was in the Williams, I believe, last week. He's now in the Taurus this week. So then, qualifying prediction. I'm going to go with Ash probably on pole, Little second. I'm going to give Boomer a shout for third and possibly Bugatti fourth. I think that's my top 4 for quali. Okay. Well, that is Ollie's opinion, and I've got my opinion, of course. Also, leave your guys' opinion in the stream comments to let us know who you think is going to be on pole and second, third, and fourth, as Ash is about to start his lap, as he's now approaching the chicane. Here we go then, through the final 2 corners, gets a nice run out of Wall of Champions to begin the start of his lap. See how he takes turn 1, runs wide, entry nice and tight through turn 1 and 2. Ooh, locks up a little bit, that's going to cost him a bit of time on those softs. Traction was alright from the exit, as he's now coming through turn 3. 4 now, nice and tight there from Ash. So let's push another left and right, turn 5 and 6. Very good to keep the traction under control there, because you can lose it on traction at that point. On track there's already yellows, but that's for people slowing down, for people who are about to begin their lap. But nice and tidy through sector 1 and 2, as he's 41.2 in sector 2 right now, into the hairpin corner, locks up, runs a bit wide. Gonna probably cost him a couple of tenths there. You can see a little bit there, the rear end did kick out a little bit, as he is now approaching the final 2 corners down this long straight. It will be provisional pole, of course, until somebody else does another lap. Got still a bit of chicane there, has to be careful that it isn't invalidated, but he's coming across to the line and it's a 19.1. It was invalidated. As Portage-Town then comes next, who does a 19.7, so a 10th off AMS. Right. As I believe that's Callum Anderson who's finished his lap invalid. It was a 1:11.9. Would have put him in 4th, since nobody else has done a lap. So people already are struggling with track limits as it is. As Jamie's lagging a little bit, I believe that was also Callum Anderson's car behind. But he also does an invalidation, as we have a Mercedes next, which I believe is Sutty, who is actually on an out lap. So Ollie, if you want to go over his lap right now, as he's about to start. 1-8 there, just missed a bit on the 9. Ollie, unfortunately the stream didn't hear any of that. Is your game... Right, your game isn't on share, is it? It was literally blank the whole app. I only just got the comments now. Well, that's unfortunate, as Lodi has just retired from the session, so he won't be doing a qualifying time. Although we did see Cherry 2 Pie there do a 1.9.3 as Ollie was commentating on a lap that you guys couldn't hear. Which all of you guys can hear now.
I'm sorry.
Right, it's alright, mate. It happens now and then. As Cam is on a lap then, in sector 1 he's going through turn 3 and 4, he's about to approach. Nice and tight through turn 3 and 4, gets a nice exit. As he's now approaching turn 5 and 6. Locks up a little bit. Rides the curb, gets a bit of grass on his tyres. Let's see how he can do then through this section, which is very quick to mess up. Oh, that's invalidation. That has to be an invalidation. Yeah, it is. Fortunately for me, I can't see if anyone's going purple on the map or invalidation. I had this glitch yesterday, which is annoying. What about Dre though? Dre is currently in 7th on a banker lap right now, I think. Or he's cooling off his ERS to save some ERS. As Liz Morris said, even the Mong brand hasn't done that. Lol. He is referring to you there.
Yeah, that was one of my worst moments.
Rookie mistake from all of that, but you know, it happens. I've done it before.
No, because I turned it off shared because we like run the other party before, like I didn't want my voice to be heard from other people on that, so because there was friends of mine streaming, so I just being careful that it wasn't on the stream.
I was actually from is coming in, so we'll go on board with the other Haas, I believe from. Oh no, he hasn't got enough fuel to do it. AMS actually in 2nd then, so with a 196 still. Liquid's in 10th. Who's on a lap?
Yeah, there's one of the I think it's called, but it nearly hit him.
Yeah. Hopefully there was no contact there, but Liquid's apparently 2.5 tenths up on his lap right now. Let's see how he can do with the rest of the section.
Yeah, is AMS on a fly? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Maybe all his ERS.
Well, AMS actually, yeah, it is apparently, so keep an eye on that as Liquid is 6.5 tenths up. That locks up into the hairpin corner.
The gap in front of them is also going into the wall of Champion Chicane. Could be one of the most popular overtaking opportunities. We can also see moves into 1 and into the chicane. One of the chicane, the hairpin. I've made that same mistake twice, calling the chicane the hairpin. We've got to model them up as Alfie now comes across the line on the soft command of tyres and sets at 109.2.
Well, here comes
Liquid.
It was a 6.5. At 9.3, first and second place was
there's McLaren in the wall. I think it was Lordy. Was that Jamie?
That has to be Jamie. Lordy retired a while ago.
Oh, James and Sebastian Vettel.
Yep, he did, as both racing points. Unfortunately, Cam's not on a lap. Mr. Gumpy led him through. Neither race point on a lap right now, as they're currently sitting 15th and 18th. Haven't set times yet.
Ash is about to cross the line. On the Toro Rosso.
Where's he at?
Across the line now, uses all of his ERS. Goes pole with a 109 flat, 109.1. Then, yeah.
I literally just clicked his name when he did it.
So if I say wrong timing, my timings are modelled up, like it's different on one side to another. So I'm going off the timing table on my left. So, do you actually leave and rejoin, or?
No, mate. I have a similar victory with the map right now. However, AMS has done an improvement on his lap. He was 2nd, but then got dropped to 3rd. He's now done a 1.9 flat. He's in the lead right now for quali, with both Toro Rossos in 2nd and 3rd, with Lickle 4th and Greeny in 5th. So right now, Ash, I believe, is not on a lap then. What about, I believe Cam is actually on a lap. If you want to go over Cam's lap right now, Ollie.
New Zealand Cam, the racing point. That Cam will be off a Cam.
No, Cam racing point.
There's a few Cams in there, so I was just checking. But going through the chicane, we've got the right, left. You want to be using as much curve as possible. Make sure we don't cut there. We may see a few drivers pick up penalties from there in the race, because that could potentially cause trouble for some of the drivers. Taking a nice wide line, doesn't go down to the first gear in short shift, but keeps it in 2nd. Gets really good traction, a good run. go down the long straight, which heads into turn 16 and 17 chicane, which is the World Champions. Very famous, of course, from when, I can't remember what year it was, but there's loads of World Champions that crash into the wall, and that's where it's got its name from. It's a good run into it. It doesn't go down to 4.5. It doesn't seem to be like as accurate as gives as it could want to, but it uses all his ERS. Goes 7th fastest and sets an 19. Not 9.
He does 198
yeah.
on mediums there, and his teammate goes up to 10th with 9.9 on mediums. So the field is actually quite close from 5th all the way to 12th right now. It's really a close grid. As the only people who haven't set lap times right now is Lordy because he's retired, Bugatti, Callum Anderson, and Dino, and Matt, who's also retired, as I believe he starts from the back, as I believe he always retires in quali, which is a shame, but you never know, we could see Matt today pull some strategy out of the bag and win this race. Anything can happen in Formula 1, as I believe Dre's on a lap right now. No, he's not. What about... I missed it. Oh, because I had it on best, that's why I thought other people were on laps.
Lap, Racing Point, Mr. Grumpy.
Mr. Grumpy, no. What about
Bugatti's
about to start a lap right now, so we'll go on board with him.
Should you go on board with him?
Yep. Then here comes Bugatti.
Yeah, so I don't know if you heard before, but Albiole was my pole prediction. Just going for the chicane in turn 1 and 2, you want to be using all the track on the inside and use all the track on the outside as well to get the best run as well. Try cut off a little bit of a corner as you want, then use all the curve on the inside, flick right, then flick left, and then run close to the wall on the outside, optimising the racing line. Going through the first exit, that's 19.273. Now going for a left and right, this can cause a little bit of havoc with the traction, because the rear can kick out for those using no traction through the corner. It doesn't hug to the right hand side, it sticks to the left hand side. You need to be careful of that barrier inside because you can catch your wing on there or lose your wheel. Doesn't invalidated, he didn't quite clip the inside and he went over the curve on the left. So that's invalidation for Albiole, and he isn't really having the best qualifying session, is he?
Not right now, he hasn't got a lap on the board, as right now he's in the Alpha, of course, Blue's in the Williams, so he may not
Nichols
be
on a lap.
Expecting the difference in grip and how the car handles compared to the Williams and Alpha. But Lico, as you said, is on a lap then, as he's now approaching the Sector 2, end of Sector 2. Ooh, that could have been invalidated as well.
I think it might have been good, but I'll give that a check.
That will look
yeah,
like
that's invalid. Yeah, that's invalid.
So he was only 400s up, so it wouldn't really have... Well, actually, it would have moved him one position. It would have promoted him to 3rd. So he's got a bit of time left, 4 minutes and 36 seconds remaining to get another set of softs on, pit, and then go back out on track. But he's going to finish the lap.
No, Boom is next across the line though.
Boomer? So we'll
yeah, Boom is next on an actual valid lap. Oh no, Lickle. Was that Lickle improving?
Yeah, Lickle improved.
Oh, it said he invalidated. It said 9.61 in his invalid lap.
That's interesting because on my screen it looked like a clear cut on that corner.
Well,
but
if you look on the race director, if you get a chance, it says he invalidated it.
Well, the time's been set. Here comes Boomer out. He does a 110.3. Sorry, and
down
that
by
is
3 tenths of a second.
By 3.5, so
he's still 13th. He was 3 tenths off, but he was on the harder compound tyres, so that was a good lap for him, I guess.
Possibly. Callum Anderson is now the next Ferrari just behind Boomer right now, who's on a lap, who's currently in 18th. A little bit of hesitation there from Callum Anderson there through turns 3 and 4. But Dino has called it quits.
Oh, clips the wheel. You got damaged, yeah, that'll be the end of that lap.
So Callum's really not finding grips with a Ferrari at the moment, as he still hasn't set a lap time and he's running out of time. Oh, there's anybody else. Actually, Cam is not on a lap because he's actually...
Bugatti got a lap done, actually, and second lap on the soft compound tyres.
He goes 3rd with a 9.2.
Yeah. Didn't see that one.
So Bugatti should be happy with that.
He's cutting on the in lap.
Yeah, he is cutting on
Naughty
the
boy.
Actually.
Don't think he likes to do that anymore.
I can't remember. I think you're not allowed to do it as long as you don't affect the drivers. I believe that's what was said for F3.
I thought you weren't allowed to do it anyway.
I think so. Well, Big C can let me know if I am wrong or if he is allowed to do that, of course. But right now, though, that isn't what we should be worrying about right now. We should be focusing on quality with 2 minutes 30 seconds remaining with Mr. Grumpy, it looks like, I believe. Who's that? Oh no, that's actually Cam.
But he hasn't been using his ERS, so I think he's just starting a lap now. I think he did 2 out laps.
You are right there, so he'll be doing basically a Bugatti and going on his lap if you want to go back over his lap again.
Yeah, so he's got good direction change for turn 1 and 2 as you want to. Let's see his traction looks like out the exit turn 2. Seems to be good. Now into the right, left kink. He didn't quite use all the road on the exit, did he there? So he's going through the right-hander, which is flat in the dry. It really didn't look that comfortable. I think that might just be the racing point, not liking that. He doesn't seem to be pushing as much as he can. He seems to be leaving some time on the table. Isn't using all the track. Now going under the bridge. How if he's invalidate, he goes deep, so that making him lose some time. He broke way too late for him. He'll be losing all the way down. This little hairpin here, won't it? Does he use first gear? No, he doesn't use first gear. Keeps it in second. Gets nice rotation up to third, fourth, now fifth. Now ready to go over across the DRS activation zone, and now he's using it. Going down towards the Wall of Champions. Will we see him absolutely fly through, or do you want him to play it safe?
I think he'll play it safe.
Playing it safe to make sure he doesn't get that invalidation. Uses hot up the whole lap, and now runs out of the arrest. But he goes second.
By 1,000th of a second quicker than Ash.
If Ash doesn't beat that lap, he'll be really annoyed about that.
I don't know why Bugatti's come back out another lap. He's got nowhere near enough time.
He'll probably be cutting to try and get another lap in.
Yeah, you're right there. He's just done a bell. Jamie's called it quits in 11th right now. I believe that was Pornistown about to start a lap. Is anyone actually going to finish? Paresh, I believe, is currently 3.5 tenths up. P7, 19.5. Nice. Oh, actually, what did I just see through turn 1? That's
I think I was just McLaren goes slow.
No, there's a wheel.
Jamie retiring. I think he's crashed.
Yeah, he's lost it through turn 1 there, so that doesn't like him. Boomer's done 4 laps on those softs now.
I mean, that's Corby coming across the line now. Yes, it's Corby crossing the line in the Renault. Will he jump off the grid? Oh, and he crashes as well. No, he doesn't. He improved by 6 tenths of a second. Now we've got a Ferrari coming across the line. That might be Callum Anderson. No, it's not. Oh, he's starting a lap, I think.
Charity Pie has improved. He's now fastest with a 1.9 flat.
Did Bugatti make it? Bugatti made it across the line.
Yep, so those clear cuts he made just made him within time. So he will be the last one, I believe, to do a lap. So we will go on him later. As I believe there's a Red Bull of Pornistown about to come to the line.
Going across the line. I don't think he wanted to start on used tyres, so he's playing strategically and hoping the drivers behind him improve.
I believe that's Cowboy. No, it's not Cowboy. It is Paresh again. Doesn't improve, then it's a Ferrari or...
Boomer next across the line. Boomer.
I don't think
he'll be improving. 4 laps on those tyres. He is improving at the moment. He is improving, but he's backed out. He backed out, doesn't want to improve.
As does the race point, and Mr. Grumpy comes in the pits, and then that's
now ready to come across the line. Will Sussy knock Greeny outside the top 10? Nope. No, he doesn't improve. Oh, he improves, but not enough. That Bugatti next across the line.
Will Bugatti steal pole? Comes through the final 2 corners, absolutely
he's
flying.
Messed up. He's messed up into the last corner.
Is he invalid?
No, I don't know, but he just had a really bad line.
19.2.
Let's have a look at that sector 3. I don't think he'll be happy with that. Oh, he invalidated it anyway. It was 2 tenths off in the last sector.
Well, that's unlucky for Bugatti there. He's missed out on pole, but the person who is on pole is Charity Pie. In the Toro Rosso, AMS in second. I missed out who was third. Was it Ash who was third? I believe so.
I think it was another Toro Rosso, so I think it was Ash.
So there we have it then.
No, it was Cam. Ash was 4th.
Oh yeah, it was Cam. Yeah, because Cam beat him by 1,000th of a second. So a good lap there from Cam. So then here is your grid then. Charity Pie in first with a 1.9 flat. AMS in second. Cam third with 1,000th of a second faster than Ash in fourth. Bugatti fifth. Liquid Blocks in sixth. Mr. Grumpy in seventh. Paresh in eighth. Friend Form in ninth. Greeny is in 10th with the Williams. Pornistown in 11th. Jamie in 12th. Dre 13th. Boomer 14th. Cowboy is in 15th. Probably won't be happy with that lap being back of the grid on mediums. And Sutty in 16th, and I missed the rest of the field, which I will get on board with on the formation lap. We wait for everybody to pick their tyre option then.
Do you think we'll see a few people go for the 2-stop, or do you reckon we'll see a few people, or most people, stick to the 1-stop?
The guys who are on softs, they'll be definitely doing a 2-stop. If I was them, it's possibly the quicker strategy in the long run. You could do the 1-stop, risk getting a puncture, but it depends how the weather pans out and what the tyre temps are and track temps. So you've got all base all those factors.
Factor in the safety car.
Yep, that is true. The safety car or VSC could be sent out, of course, as a league yesterday, which I commentated over, had 4 safety cars in Germany. We almost had a Brazil finish like in the real life at Germany, where the safety car came on the final few laps. As while we wait for the formation lap to get underway, after Sutty was Lordy in 17th, who didn't at a lap after he retired, and Callum Anderson didn't set a lap either because he got it invalidated. Dino 19th, neither set a lap either, and Matt retired before quality even started, and will be starting on 20th on the medium tyres. As we see, there's only one person on hards, and that's Lordy.
Yeah, I was just about to point that out. Do you think Lordy is definitely committed to the 1-stop then, or?
Yeah, Lordy definitely is committed to the 1-stop. Hard to softs there, I think. As long as he... Well, hard to mediums, yeah, but it depends how long... With the safety car, of course, could be brought out. And it depends how long he can take those hards and switch to soft to try and steal the fastest lap, if he would try to. I have seen people do it before, of course. But it depends how Lordy gets through the field. He could have major contact into turn 1. You never know, anything can happen. It's not really the best to start near the back or midfield. It's usually the best place to start near the front, top 4, or right at the back where Matt and Dino are sitting right now.
Do you think we can see the likes of Matt come through, or Satis Demon? Do you think we can see him have a mega race and just work his way through the Mercedes, or do you feel like that's his race and he's going to stay?
No, I think he's going to get through the field quite quickly, actually, as long as he stays out of contact from everybody else and keeps his nose clean through the first couple of laps. We could probably see Matt, or CTI's team as people know him as, get some points today. But also, as I said, factors in with the safety car and how everybody else does their race, and as long as he can keep it clean in the turn 1, because it is Canada, and anything can happen. Hopefully we don't have a Sebastian Vettel and Hamilton moment in today's race, but as Cherry is lining up the grid with AMS in 2nd, Cam in 3rd, and Ash in 4th, Bugatti 5th, and Lico in 6th. That is your top 6 then, as we're waiting for the final 2 cars of Dino and Matt to line up on the grid as we're about to get underway with this race. As wait for the sequence start lights to start, as we're now to 1 light, 2 light, now 3 lights, now 4, 5 red lights now, and we're off. And it looks like AMS had an okay start. Cherry's had a decent start actually compared to AMS. Callum's already into the wall, is he? As Bugatti has moved up to 3rd. He's jumped Ash and Cam, and he's already in the 3rd, so good start there from Bugatti, and he's already trying to challenge his teammate in 2nd. As there's a bit of contact there between the McLaren. That is Lordy and Suddy there. Lordy has to be careful that he doesn't get damaged with the Mercedes, as he's on the hard compound of tyre. He's got a long way to last in the race.
He's clean, he's clean.
One cockpit view right now on him. And yep, he's good, and he's going through the field. However, we will jump to Boomer, who's currently having a fight with From.
Colby's decent.
Oh, Lordy's gone out. Sorry, that's Jamie. I apologise, I thought it was Lordy. Jamie's dropped way off the field, lost 4 positions there after making that crucial mistake. And now he's lost a teammate to his teammate. He's having a bit of lag issues. So hopefully no contact between the McLarens.
Seems to be very clean at the front of the grid though, no contact, and everyone has seemed kept position.
Well,
we'll look at the position changes in a minute.
Bugatti though. Bugatti did start 5th.
Cornish is looking like he wants to go for moving throwing, but he backs out.
Alright, now though, we're going to go on board with Bugatti. He's not that far off AMS, could take...
Sutton's got a really bad run. That's going to allow Sutton to come for a move on him. The back of the grid is where most of the action's at. Anderson pits. He retires already. He just drove off into the wall off the start.
So Callum's called it a quit then. As you should never give up in racing, as anything can happen, you know. Doesn't really help your reputation if you just quit. Although, as you did say, most of the action is happening midfield and near the back, so there's not what's really happening at the front. As I can't
Watching
believe
AMS, he got a little bit squirmy.
From 1st to 18th are all within DRS range.
Lordy is the most likely candidate at the moment to fall behind DRS. He is on the hard commander tyres and he's had a few inter-team wars at the moment.
It was Bugatti thinking about looking for a move on the outside of AMS but can't make it work, so he has to stay behind him. But he's really close to that Alpha. See how his wings compared to AMS's wings. See who is quicker on the straight. AMS is defending. Bugatti's going on the outside this time. This is going to be close. As they're both in the same car. Oh, almost a bit of contact there.
The grass a little bit. This is allowing Cherry to gallop off in the distance and make just gains in general. This is going to help us race a lot.
However, though, this isn't good for the Alfa Romeo team as Cam and Ash are still closing up now, and Cherry, as he did say, is pulling away. He's out of DRS range now. Gap 1.2 seconds. But if Bugatti feels like he's quicker, he needs to get past AMS as soon as possible if he wants a chance to win this race. As we are on lap 3 now, and there's only been a few changes, and only one retirement of Callum Anderson, of course, retired on lap 1. Although Bugatti's now got DRS, trying to find a way through, just can't make it work right now as he's almost running into that gearbox. As right now, though, will he go for a lunge into the hairpin? As we could see a 4-way scrap here.
Got loads of people pushing each other through. Ash in particular pushing Cam, literally just pushing him around the corner, making a little bit of contact.
Oh, the guy's going to do it this time though. He's really close to the back end of AMS, going on the outside yet again. He's ahead of him.
AMS behind.
AMS, yep, as you did say, AMS is slot behind. Cam gets
New
the 2
Zealand
second
Cam
time
really
penalty.
picking up a penalty.
Oh, look at Cam.
3 laps of the race.
Cam's got a
really good run, hasn't he?
He's going on the outside into turn 1.
Goes on grass a little bit. Did it go deep? No, he hangs it in,
Ash
and that nearly causes contact with Ash.
Ash is still there. Ash has had a good traction at that corner.
There. Cam's got to back out of that surely.
And they've made it work. Ash now moves up to P4. Cam drops to P5 after trying to make a move on AMS, which unfortunately made him run deep. Although everyone is really close together. Lickle's now thinking...
Really good optimistic move, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very optimistic. Ash was very smart of seeing Cam making a mistake. AMS did brilliant defending. But unfortunately couldn't do that against his Bugatti, who's in 2nd place right now. Gap now to the lead is 1.3 seconds, so the gap has stabilised a little bit as AMS locks up. Although a scrap for P4.
Yeah, he's now going to be vulnerable because he's not going to have DRS to defend himself with against AMS. So, actually, no, has he brought out DRS? No, he's got the DRS, but the gap has gone longer for 1 second. So, how important for Bugatti's race just to close back into Cherry Super and make sure.
Oh, you are saying that.
Oh, he hit the.
What happened?
He hit the wall. World Champions. He didn't get damage. Bugatti.
I was sorry, man. I was paying attention to Lickle there, trying to make a move on or defend.
Lucky not to pick up damage.
As Racing Point have got the Williams in a sandwich right now.
Ash is looking racy on AMS. AMS has got no battery left. He's only got 30% left. Oh, his rear sliding a lot. Ash is going to have to go for a move here, otherwise he may run the risk of falling behind, not Liquid Bugatti. But he sticks it in behind and he's waiting a little bit longer to get that move done. Oh, Ash has gone deep.
Someone's gone off. Someone has gone off. I don't know who went off, but someone went off then. It looked like Williams.
Parrish should go for a move. Things better with it, but he's in 50-50. Sticks his nose in and Cam nearly hits the wall, but Parrish is still sticking it in there. But Greeny's also in the mix there, isn't he?
Yeah, Greeny is also in the mix, but I think Mr. Grumpy and Lickle went off the track.
Ash is might be going for a move, and Parrish, no, he's backing out that move. Grand Prix, oh! Lickle, that's very dangerous. Oh, and Parrish goes down the inside of Cam.
Lickle pits.
This is absolute carnage.
I missed
What's going on here with Greeny, Grumpy and all that?
Oh my god, 3 wide!
Down
wide. The big straight.
From the OGs, the 3 wide from the OGs.
From Mr. Grumpy, and Greeny there.
What happened with Lickle then? Did he have damage?
I didn't really catch that because I was, as you said, Ash looked like he was about to make a move, so I switched to that just at the worst time.
Well, he kind of broke on the straight, didn't he? And
yeah,
then,
I think Little's got a bit of wing damage or something, so I think
always
this is
just
why
go
he's
for an
killed.
undercut.
True, but it is very early to put on the softs now. I'd probably take the softs probably another 3 laps. Maybe that Williams at the moment is not feeling really comfy. However, Greeny is getting overtaken by Froome, and Froome gets the move done. So right now it looks like the Williams can't handle its tyres.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Maybe it's just a Williams that struggles with its tyres. Maybe it's not Little who's damaged, just trying to get an undercut and try to get fresher tyres because the Williams may have just destroyed them, but Parrish goes very deep into the hairpin.
Have a look,
Bit of overtake there from Jabray and Boomer.
Oh, Dre's minimum
position.
Boomer. Dino's now minimum Dre. But what about Ash though? Will Ash
Dino's
get a
going
good
for a double
run?
overtake.
Ooh, oh no, this isn't good for AMS. Bugatti pitted. The Alpha team are double stacking.
Oh no!
That isn't good for AMS. He won't be happy with that. However, here comes Punishtown though.
He just jumped him. AMS got in the pit ahead of him.
Oh, that's weird. Well,
Really
Mr. Grumpy has just...
No, he did. No, that was just a glitch.
Mr. Grumpy just dive bomb. Sorry, Punishtown dive bomb Mr. Grumpy.
Where's Lickle?
Lickle is in 14th. I think is just going to get ahead.
Bugatti comes out ahead.
And yep, he does. He gets ahead of Cam, I believe. Oh, it says it has. Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he has.
Oh, there's yellows. Paresh, I think's round. Yes, he is, and that could cause carnage for everyone. And he gets back. Go in again as we missed that.
Got damage? Yeah, he's got damage.
He has got a bit of damage there.
Right.
Yeah, he has. Big chunk of wing going, so he will pit. And now Ash is in the lead, but the gap to the leader with Ash and Charity Pie is...
Whoa! Starting makes contact with Jabray in the hairpin.
Ooh, keep an eye on
and
that.
allow Corby to make a move.
Ooh, as it looks like. Cowboy. As he said, he's on Sooty. Cowboy still...
Oh! What happened there? It's a bit of lag.
No, I don't even think that was lag. I think...
He's in the wall. Oh, the Mercedes looking out. I think the Sooty just had to keep going. But that Matt in the wall. And that
no, Matt had to
through.
watch out from Sooty there. Same car. Like,
I think Sooty was trying to get in the pits, but if Sooty carried on going straight, he would have been in the wall.
That is true. As Ash is pitted, where will Ash come out then? Will he jump Cam? He gets ahead of Cam though, only just. But he loses a spot to Lickle. Lickle's done a good undercut. And Lickle is now going to be challenging Matt very soon. However though, with Cowboy and... Oh, it's right now.
Cam hits the wall. Cam hit the wall. He's good.
As Boomer's going on the inside of Punishtown. And Boomer gets the move done. As I was saying, between TMC Cowboy and Sooty there. It looks like Sooty was defending.
Oh, Lordy's gone off.
Oh, Lordy's off.
So Sooty.
Oh,
They've gone deep with the chicane. That's going to allow Chotupai to go down the inside of Lordy into heaven, but Lordy breaks very, very, very late.
And he messes up his braking zone. Tries to get the switch, but it doesn't work.
No, it is working at the moment. It doesn't have DRS, I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No,
that's why it's not going to work. So he's not really going to gain much.
Jabray, Mr. Grumpy changing positions. Jabray goes down the inside of Cam. Oh, Mr. Grumpy. But Mr. Grumpy shows his experience and gets a switch back down the Wall of Champions.
Be alright there. As Dre now, as Sooty does pit.
Dre going around that sort of Lordy into turn 1. I think that might be a friendship manoeuvre there, changing positions. Because they are friends, of course, and probably are in the party organising a position change.
Yeah, right there. As Cam just set the new fast lap 112.3. Look, Mr. Grumpy could be doing a favour for his racing point fellow driver, for Cam. Could be holding up the field and trying to take those off as long as possible. But right now, Dre is going on the inside. And just lack of traction what Mr. Grumpy's got on those soft tyres. And Dre is now into 3rd place. And just basically copies what Boomer did to Punishtown. And gets the position with ease.
Yeah, because they're inside of Lordy. I think they... There's another change of position now if they will go side by side there.
So will Lordy...
Let's see how Lordy treats Ash, if he treats him with the same kind of respect or if he holds him up.
Lordy's just making big mistakes into the hairpin and it's costing him. Him going deep like that, he's just losing position after position. And I think he's got... Oh no, he hasn't got DRS fair.
I was going to say that as well.
Ash defends on the inside, Lordy on the outside.
Oh, he hits him.
Lordy hits him, turned way too early there, and Cam's saying thank you very much. Oh no!
Whoa!
I don't know what Lordy was doing.
Lordy's in the wall!
Well, that is unfortunate what happened to Lordy, but I'd also say a little bit of karma there. It was his fault. Turned in a bit too much, trying to defend.
trying to squeeze him like Barrichello did. Schumacher did on Barrichello.
Yep, he has to watch out though. Ooh, almost.
Parrish and Jamie going for a move.
Yeah, I think Parrish actually might have to give that back to Jamie, who's under yellow flags. Unless...
Cherry going for a move and Corby ran the outside. Gets a move done nice and clean. Corby goes off though.
Yep, Corby is off. Corby drops to P7 now. As we're on lap 10 of this race, Boomer in the lead. As we'll look on position changes. Biggest position gainers right now is Dino, who's gained 15, Dre, who's gained 10, and Boomer, who's gained 13. Biggest loser position gain is AMS. That is true, of course, but AMS has lost 11 positions right now.
Boomer's got really close to the wall, just riding on board of him. J-Break skims and kisses the wall a little bit. Nearly just off along Kevin Magnussen there. Cam picks up his second penalty of the race.
No, it's true as Dino right now though is trying to fight with Dre right now, and here comes Charity Pie, the net leader. Almost gets rear-ended there by Bugatti, as Bugatti closes so much in the braking zones. So this is for the fight for the lead, and this isn't working out for Charity Pie as he tried the undercut, pitted a bit too early in my opinion, and it's costing him right now as Bugatti has caught that gap of 1.3 seconds within a few laps. As Cherry goes for a dive.
Charity Pie makes a mistake. Oh, it was a dive.
Oh, Bugatti.
Well, Alfie gets a switchback.
He's going for it. On the inside, are we going to see a three-wide battle?
Cherry's going to have to back out because he's got Dino ahead of him. Alfie's still on the inside, gives Cherry a little shove. Needs to be careful to go in the wall. Cherry too pie nearly sticks in the wall for good measure. Very close racing there
between Bugatti and Cherry.
We see Alfie send it. Alfie sends it. Alfie's sending it. Returns the medicine a little bit.
Just be careful that there's no big contact.
A bit of wheel banging here, a little bit of rivalry here going on. Cherry too pie's not going to give him any room. There's going to be a bit of contact there from the front wing, isn't there?
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He doesn't want to have the same mistake as Lordy.
Alfie's going to send it. I think Alfie's going to send it. Or he's going to back up, think better of it. Dino gets a really bad run and Cherry to Pie cuts. He gets a penalty. That is very crucial.
He had to do that there to avoid the Red Bull.
I guess who's behind them? Lickle blocks is just behind them.
Well, Lickle needs to watch out that he doesn't get caught out in this battle right now. He's under threat from Ash and Cam. One little mistake from this driver and he will go into the back of these two right now.
So that's very important for Cherry to Pie, not Cherry to Pie. Well, yeah, Cherry to Pie and Bugatti to avoid is just slightly going to the back of him in the slower corners because of course you're going faster than Dino. You want to be sure. You want to be sure that you don't want to go in the back of him because you can pick up damage like that. But Cherry to Pie gets a really good run on Dino. Alpha goes sideways. Cherry to Pie is trying to barge his way through, and he gives him a little nudge to try to slow him down for good measure. It gets him moved down.
The hand of anger there goes up as well from Cherry to Pie as Dino.
Bugatti's going to go for. Bugatti's going to send it. Bugatti's going to send it.
No, Dino's going to send
Dino
it.
Sends it. And Cherry moves under braking. That's not very good racing there from Cherry to Pie. But Alfie gets an amazing switchback.
Oh god, it's 3 wide.
What a switchback!
It's 3 wide.
Contact!
Toro Rosso and Red Bull are fighting. Dino's still got a straight line. Well, Dino already had damage before that. And Bugatti now is going to take the net lead.
Oh, the interlocking wheels.
No, we don't want to see
Cherry to Pie gets a switchback on Dino. He needs to get this move done now. He's got no DRS, but he needs to get it done.
What is going on? It's almost 4 wide. Cars are just trying to find a way through.
But Cherry to Pie cuts across. Alpha needs a push now.
Oh, Lickle who rear ends Cherry.
Yeah, he nudges him. Boomer picks up a penalty. This is a really big train now.
This is, and this is opened up for Bugatti to win this race
is
now.
Caught up to the back. Cherry to Pie and Dino going side by side. Contact!
Oh, he's round! Cam's around as well. It's Ash.
And I knew that was going to happen.
Oh no, Frome's unlucky. He had to stop. And there's a VSC. And he's... Oh, that's unfortunate there for Frome. He's been given a 5-second time penalty with collision with Cherry Pie.
Did he pick up wing damage from that? I can't tell you.
I couldn't tell, however, but I couldn't even tell who was at fault really there because I had a dodgy angle.
I think there was kind of like Brendan Hartley and Lance Stroll-esque there. I don't know what you think.
As I didn't get a good picture of it.
Lickle damage is putting for damage. Cam has damage.
Cam has damage, yeah, I did see Cam get a bit of damage. What about Lickle?
Damage. Lickle's clean. Ash is clean. Dino's got damage.
Well, Dino already had damage.
Yeah, I know, but just saying anyway. Greeny. Does he have damage? Green. Greeny's clean.
Dre's in the pits then. I'm surprised Boomer didn't pit then on the VSC. As Dino gets 5-second time penalty added to his time.
Cam doesn't box either. But I'd box about Cam because it's a 2-stop strategy. Just go to the hard compound now and just run your own race and try and make it up because these guys are going to be fighting so much.
That is true, but he could also go on a set of mediums.
Something that's important to point out was the fact that Bugatti's pulled away 2.5 seconds.
Yep, that is true. However, it looks like Matt and Dre may be having a fight very soon for P11 right now.
I feel sorry for Throne. No, he didn't pick up damage. He's good.
Also, Throne's been very lucky then. He's just a bit unlucky that he got held up.
Just lost a bit of time. Not that harm. Mr. Grumpy got some damage from that as well.
As Paresh actually passes Matt then. Matt's gone.
Matt's gone off.
Matt has gone off then. That's not good for Matt. As he is in a quay, he will keep going until the end.
Might see an overtake here from Ashbeth.
Yeah, as Ash is really flying right now.
He's lined himself up. They've both got quite a full battery at this stage.
Well, Lickle's in trouble if he can't get...
No, Ash is backing out that one. Ash is backing out.
That Mercedes engine then is helping the help him defend from the Toro Rosso. As Pointstown finally pits some 13 lap mediums. Oh, that isn't good for Greeny. Will Ash send it into turn 1? No, he doesn't. He stays behind.
Dixon behind. Will he set up for a switchback? Takes a wider line. Parrish picks up a penalty also. Oh, little twitch there, over the stick.
There's a corrective steering. As you can tell, he's just a lot quicker than Lickle right now. And he's not even using ERS. He's on 100% ERS capacity. What about Lickle?
He's in a quicker car though.
That is true, but the Mercedes has got a better engine and Lickle's using 3 ERS. So right now, Ash is miles quicker than Lickle. And we could see an inside overtake again, or possibly in the straight in the Wall of Champions. Hopefully there will be no carnage as we saw of one of the Mercedes drivers had.
Do you think Ash should think wisely here, not send it, or is he going? No,
he's done the right job in my opinion. He's getting so close to slipstream that the engines are not really going to matter. And right now with the ERS, Ash has got compared to Lickle. I think Lickle's time for 3rd place is over. And here comes Ash on the inside, and the position is gained. Lickle then drops to 4th as Boomer.
What's the gap now to Bugatti?
Gap to Bugatti is, when it tells me, 2.5 seconds right now, Ash. And
AMS are looking racy Greeny as Greeny goes deep into turn 1.
AMS may be going deep right now, but look at Froome. If he wasn't held up, Froome would have been already 4th by now.
Boomer comes out the pits after serving a single pit stop. He'll be on the hard compiler tyre to the end of the race. That's interesting. So will we see him pull off another master strategy like he did last race when he won, of course, in France?
Never know, it could happen.
Just needs to keep his wing clean and run his own race and try not to get as many fights as he can.
Greeny. AMS on the outside, Greeny on the inside, hopefully no contact.
That'll probably be a warning there.
Bit of warning there, close
Flying
race.
Throne, the man with the most experience, or one of the most amount of experience in the grid, is going to go around the outside.
Oh, there's the McLaren
the
there.
F4 admin showing his
That's Lordy there
knowledge of the race.
As he's lapped down. What about Froome then? Will he get ahead of AMS? Or will AMS have that
sit behind? AMS is more looking Greasy Greeny, isn't he? Greeny holds the outside line.
He makes a mistake. AMS has to cut the corner.
Now Throne looks as though he wants to get a move done now. AMS goes towards the outside line.
We've got a good angle from here, how these two are going to fight. As AMS is trying the outside, can't make it work, looking for the inside possibly. And just at the moment, AMS can't get past as Ash is caught a bit on Bugatti now. 1.9 seconds the gap is.
Is Throne going to send it down the inside here? He's going to send it.
He makes it work, goes on the inside.
A bit way banging, he leaves the room.
And he gets it done.
Goes around the outside, but he's got the DRS now and he will pull away.
Great driving and great experience there from Froome there to make that position. His next target is Greeny, of course, as we get a nice rear end camera view of the Haas.
Ash has brought the gap down from 2.3 seconds now down to 1.9.
That is true though,
is coming down.
But he's also increased the gap to Lickle. Was a couple of tenths, now 1.5, 1.6 seconds now from Lickle. So Lickle's really struggling in the Williams. But he's on 2 laps, all the tyres, so maybe the tyres are starting, as I said earlier, going on the Williams already.
Has the potential, but we don't want to see him box till maybe around lap 21, I think they'll be boxing.
As AMS won't be
from Greeny.
Oh no, I think he says, but he's going to wait, I think, to DRS. But I'm going to just say something right now. AMS will be a bit annoyed with Greeny's, not AI, but his lapped car, because it's ghost and it could affect his braking zones. which will probably be annoying him. But right now, Fromm's looking really quick right now and tasty on that Williams. Really wants to get the job done, as he may go for a lunge, same place he did on AMS. He's trying it.
He's doing it again.
No, he can't get the traction. Lordy gets now past.
Oh, hello. Lordy's cast to that.
Have a look.
That'll be really hard to see. Oh, he nearly hits the wall. Greeny goes deep.
If I was Fromm, I would just...
AMS might be going for a move on throw.
I don't know what Lordy's doing there, because Lordy was like making a move and then he just backed off. If I was just Lordy, I'd just stay behind.
That's very distracting, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll just let these guys battle. AMS has now got to pick
the outside line.
He's going to get slip as well from Greeny. Still side by side. Oh, Fromm gets a penalty.
Oh, he's in the wall, he's out!
Fromm is out. Fromm has done a Kevin Magnussen. Exactly where...
Is that going to be a safety car?
I don't know, that, in my opinion, should be a safety car.
That is a bit of a dangerous place, isn't it?
Well, Ghostin's off. Ghostin's on, sorry, so I don't really like to think it might be. If Ghostin was off, because you know what this game's like, it's a VSC. So that isn't really going to benefit anyone.
Oh, Cherry Pipe pit.
Actually, why is Cherry in 15th? He was battling for the leader.
Oh
no, yeah, he crashed, didn't he? Yeah, my bad. He crashed, so he may be going on a set of mediums. Have a look. Bugatti.
Well, where's he done that? He was still within a potential chance of catching up. He's losing about 10 seconds from that now.
He's not really losing that much time, really. They'll be stuck to a delta. He could probably catch this up.
Can you make those mediums last to the end there? That's an important question. 16 laps.
Yeah, if we've seen Boomer taking 14, then he pitted and losing a bit of pace. I think possibly 16 is a good chance. Right, it's unfortunate for Fromm there. He's really upset with green.
In a good position, wasn't he?
Yep, as we are. Green. And Greeny was under threat from AMS, and now the gap is now 1.3 seconds. So AMS has backed off as he peels into the pits.
So it is 1.3 seconds. Is Ash best to the guy? That's gap's come flying down, hasn't it?
Well, Ash to Lickle, 3.6 seconds. Ash knows what he's doing, and this is where his a little bit of experience he has in racing is helping right now. And Bugatti is under threat. The Toro Rosso looks really strong at this track right now, and the Alpha is currently struggling. Let's see what Ash can do right now. See if he can close. But you can see he's not really using that much ERS, and neither is Bugatti though. As well, I've got to give him that. But Lickle's not really pushing. He's still in ERS mode 2, trying to save those Williams tyres. Oh, his Cam gets a 3-second time penalty.
I think Ash might have DRS.
No, he's not.
Close.
He's not in it yet.
No, but the detection point is just before that happened.
No, he's not.
No, that must have been very close because it was underneath a second at one stage in that corner.
As he will be within DRS soon, though. There's another battle, though, further behind with Renault versus Haas, Dre versus Paresh, Ferrari engine versus Renault. Gap's a bit big right now, though. It's 6/10 as Greeny's into the pit, so Greeny's now done the undercut this time compared to what Lickle did. And he's decided to come in first because, as you can see there, the Williams is not looking after its tyres. Maybe this is why Lickle's not pushing.
Do you think the Williams might be struggling with more thermal or just thermal degradation or I can't remember what the other one is. Thermal degradation or just wear? I
think it's just wear because as we did see earlier, Lickle pitted really early, lap 6, and as I said, lap 8, lap 9 roughly when softs will start to like fully go off. But the way Lickle's pace was, it just looked like they went off completely. So right now, though, the battle for the lead is between Bugatti and Ash right now, because I don't think Lickle's going to come back. Even if he does pit and starts doing banging laps, he's got to make those tyres last the end. He's 4.3 seconds off Ash, and to the leader he's 5 seconds. So right now the only way Lickle could win this race is if Bugatti and Ash have a big crash.
Do you think we'll see Ash go in the pits? Are you going in the pits?
Yeah, both of them in the pits. So it's Toro Rosso versus Alpha.
Down to the pit route.
We'll stay on board, see which pit crew is faster.
Lickle could potentially hold one of them up, you know.
Could be. Lickle could hold actually one of them. You're right there.
He does.
No, he doesn't. He holds his Ash's though. He holds up Ash. So Bugatti was saying thanks to Lickle at the end of this race, and Lickle has actually got a little bit back. to Ash now because that
Where's
held
Greeny
up.
though? Greeny can't AMS.
Boomer is going to the end. Now Boomer is on hards, as we did forget that he is. Ash, though, gets ahead of Cowboy.
Gap to leader.
As the gap to leader
6
from
seconds.
5.8 now. Gap to leader is now 5.8, but the gap to lead from Ash is 8.5. That's how much time Ash has lost to Bugatti.
He's lost about 2 seconds there, hasn't he?
Yeah, exactly 2 seconds. So
AMS is looking like he wants to go for move on Little, doesn't it? Tyres nice and warmed up. Little defends the inside.
as we get a nice rear view as Greeny almost rear ends AMS there. As the Williams could help each other try and secure some points. Now, as Lewis has just said, Jared Boomer could have a good chance of fighting for a win. And yeah, you are right, as I did say just a few minutes ago. We did forget about him actually, and he is on a hard tyre. Gap now from him to the net leader, or was net leader, was Bugatti, is 5.3 seconds. So he's got a chance, but he needs to make those hards work and basically feel like a medium combat of tyre pace-wise. As while everybody else pits, Lickle is trying to make a move on Cowboy, and he gets the move done as quick as possible. Now Ash's next target is to catch up with Bugatti. Gap now 2.3, so he's gained a few tenths this lap. As Paresh, after his pit stop, drops to P13.
Oh boy, picked up a penalty. 11 laps on those
scrap.
hards. I think he needs a pit, and he'll probably be going for mediums, won't he?
No, I don't think Cowboy needs to pit. I think he can just go to the end on them and try and get some points. Yeah, if Boomer's got 7 laps, as I said, the hards max can take 24 if you're good on your tyre wear. But if you're aggressive or the car can't handle a certain tyre wear, then don't try it.
It's about 25 laps though on those hards.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, Greeny's on the inside of AMS.
Oh, it's 3 wide almost. Greeny,
He forces
AMS,
his way through.
side by side. Will it be a split manoeuvre on the Renault?
Oh, nearly could just be a wheel. Oh, we're close. AMS is going to get the move done on Corby. Will Greeny get the move done as well?
No, Greeny's thinking.
Just let them through.
Greeny
Greeny
makes
picks
it
up a penalty.
work. He gets a penalty, but he made it work. Very close racing there between the Williams and the Renault. And Greeny is now in 8th. Cowboy drops to 9th after losing 2 positions from AMS and Greeny.
Gap to lead it now.
Yep, gap to
Bugatti
lead it.
brought it down to 3.9.
Yeah, Bugatti's flying, so Boomer needs to start picking up the pace. Dre, however, though, he's got Bugatti right behind him, but he's got Punish Town ahead of him. And it looks like he's going to try and make a move.
Don't think he'll be able to get the move done on this little straight here, but
He possibly
maybe
could if he
getting
goes
to the
for a
World of
dive.
Champions.
As Sutty and Dino go for another pit stop for a fresh set of medium tyres. They are now going to the end of the race. As Froome is thinking about it.
Oh,
Ooh,
Bugatti's gone very deep.
Bugatti
No
almost
damage.
misjudges his braking point and hits Dre, sorry, I keep thinking it's Froome. And now Dre is now under threat. Bugatti on the outside.
The outside line though. It's at the favorable line of this corner. It's always really hard to get a move done on the outside. Does he get it done though? Dre keeps it in the inside and forces
Ooh,
Bugatti
defending there from Dre.
off. Ash picks up a penalty.
Oh, that isn't good
Greeny
for
gets
Ash.
ahead of AMS as well.
I'll tell you
But
what, this
AMS
isn't
gets
good
a
for,
switchback. AMS has got a switchback on Greeny.
though. Yeah, you are right.
Greeny goes around the
Greeny
outside
goes
into
around the
one.
outside and keeps it. Will AMS try another switch? No, can't get the traction down right now though. Back to the battle for P3.
Bugatti,
P2 right now.
Bugatti.
Bugatti's all
Oh,
over.
clips the wall. He's all over the place.
Trying to just find a way through, just trying to find a hole to find. And just can't make it work, but this isn't helping him right now. As Ash, he was 2.3 seconds like gap, now is 6
With
tenths.
all this battling going on, Boomer is now pulling away.
Yep, gap's
Important to
leading
say.
now between Bugatti's now 4.1, so he's gained a couple of tenths now. This is good for Boomer's race. He needs to keep doing this as Bugatti's now going for an
He goes down
aggressive
the
plunge.
inside.
And he's
Whoa,
made it work.
forces him in the wall.
That's... I don't know if that was contact based or that was just Dre having a bad line.
That was contact, I think.
Okay, that may be reported, of course. As I didn't get the best view, so I can't really judge that.
I was on
As
board with that, I think. But
Mr. Grumpy is pitted, so he's going to try and stop anybody else getting the fastest lap, which is currently held by Dino, so and he's in 14th right now. So
Greeny is picking up penalties left, right, and centre. I think that's like 2
as
penalties in 2
Bugatti
laps.
is in 2nd, Ash is now in 4th. As they're doing synchronised moves right now. Ash's next target is Portage Town, and then it is Big Addy. Gap now low between the leaders. First and second is 3.2 seconds. Big Addy is now starting to pick up the pace now a little bit, and all that time he lost, he's already caught back up.
Ash is looking in a very favourable position, although I think a couple of them have picked up penalties.
You are right there. A few of them have picked up his Dinas' new fast start, 1:11.444. As Dre picks a 3-second time penalty added to his time.
Ash is going to go for a move.
He thought about it. He's going into
No,
turn
he's
10
going
though.
for it. Corners lets him through. Goes for switchback.
Oh no, he actually goes for switchback, not letting him through at all. Toro Rosso versus Red Bull.
Assisted him at the moment, being on top.
That is
But
true
will
right
the
now.
mother team come through? Will he go for a move on the outside, or is he going to submit? As he submits to Ash Best and the Toro Rosso, he gets a switchback.
Ooh,
Ash
that
has a
was
little
close.
twitch.
That
Yeah,
was very close to contact.
Ash
That
is
could have
lagging
ended.
a bit. I'm not sure if that's just a lobby, but there is certainly a bit of lagging going on.
Yeah, there is a bit of lag coming from Ash right now, and hopefully that doesn't affect anybody else's race. But Ash has got the move done. However, what about Dre?
Remember, picked up a penalty.
Ooh, that isn't good. I don't think Bugatti's got one. Gap now, 2.3 seconds gap to the leader.
I'm just going to have a little look at the penalty situation. The Boom has got 2 penalties. Bugatti's got no penalties. Ash has got 2 penalties. Cornish Town has 2 penalties. Jay Bray's got 3 penalties.
Actually, that's actually quite interesting. Speaking about Portage Town and Dre, they won 12 and 13 laps on mediums. There's no way they can go to the end.
Yeah, well, Cornish and Dre are both called mediums, so they need to go back to the softs. They have to pit again.
So is that their second stop they've done today? No, they've only done one stop. So
They've done one stop.
So they will be doing. They have to pit again then for softs then. Look, Dre's thinking about making a move on Portage Town as Portage pits, and that could have upset Dre a little bit there on his braking zone. As now Lickle
AMS picks up a penalty.
challenging him.
So back to the position change graphic. Just looking through it, Dre gains 8 positions, even though he needs to stop again. With the likes of Boomers, obviously, and Boomers being probably the driver of the day so far, getting the most of the gaining position front. But I can't help but notice that Bugatti is probably in the best position here for the win. The only way I can see him losing it is if he picks up a penalty and Ash gains by 3 seconds, but I don't know how likely that is going to happen. It's Dre and AMS, I think, just having a little bit of a near contact moment. Don't know if you picked that up.
No, I'm on the battle right now for P2 between Ash and Bugatti. Ash is slowly caught up, but I will switch back to the battle for P5 then. Unless the gap for P2 actually gets a lot closer. As Cam pits then. So he's saying those mediums what he's on. Oh, as Mr. Grumpy is out. So he's retired in the pits. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh no! Cam's getting held up by the pits.
Oh no! It's not that glitch. It is. And that's his race over.
No, it's not his race. It's not over. It's just because he's retired his teammate and he's got to now change his tyres. Back to the battle though at front. As he yells in sector 1, I believe that's just because of the Racing Points car. Boomer though, still in the lead on lap 29. They're both all under now is second.
AMS is good down the inside of Dre. Thinks better of it, doesn't stick it down the inside. Both of equal engines, both packing for our engines, but are just on board of AMS. He did a double upshift, so he's going to be losing loads of time going down the straight. But he's gained enough that he can put away.
Let's get some move done.
Oh Lord, he's bottled it.
Lordy has done the bottle in the World Champions. He is out.
Safety car.
Wow. It's, as I said, this has done this before. This will probably last 3 laps or 2 laps.
That's Alfie then. I think that's Alfie's win.
Could be Alfie's win. As long as he doesn't rear end Boomer and gets a 5-second penalty.
Will we see any of these guys go in the pits? I imagine Alfie is staying out.
Well, we see
100%.
Dre, Paresh and Cherry pitting for sauce. So this actually opened up for Dre, really. As he is on the soft tyre, only a couple laps left.
I feel like
race.
what's important to do is a full-scale search for the penalty situation, because if someone was in P11 and they had no penalties, they could be shot forward from the points, couldn't they?
It's true, but we'd like to keep the penalties, a secret, as Lewis has said. Thanks for ruining the pens, Ollie. Lol.
Oh, well, some people like to know the pens.
Yeah, that is true. Some people do like it.
I mean, Lewis,
surprise.
it's not everything is about you. There are some people that like to know the pens, and we try to flick it 50-50 between races, so it is a bit of a mix between knowing some of the penalties.
Boomer's in. What up, Bugatti? Bugatti doesn't. Ash stays out.
Bugatti should stay out.
It's a very smart call there from the Alpha and Toro Rosso.
I think Boomer should have stayed out, to be honest.
No, I don't know. Boomer's not going to set softs. He's not really going to lose that much time.
Laps.
But he ain't going to lose any more positions. He's only going to be a couple of cars behind. So in theory, if Boomer can pull a 6-second gap with those tyres, which is possible, they'll be fresher.
Be quick enough.
Well, they'll be a lot fresher. They'll be around about 8 or a second quicker than what they've got now at 9 laps medium. So we don't know. We'll have to wait and see how Boomer can pull off this strategy, as he will be in 5th, of course. However, though, Bugatti is currently the leader behind the safety car.
Oh, Boomer's going in hot. Nearly going to the back of Boomer down.
It's true. Well, I think the safety car will stay out till lap 33 and then come in. But I have seen the safety car only come out for 1 lap once. So
Big C, the league director himself, is predicting a crazy ending. The prophet has spoken. Connor, who do you think is going to win this? Do you think Alfie's got this in the bag?
Well, in my opinion, I think Alfie has got the win.
He's got no penalties and he's in a prime position.
As Jamie's saying, wow, it's almost the end, and yeah, it is almost the end, mate. It's unfortunate you couldn't make it to the end of the race.
You think we'll see the safety car coming this lap? Because they have to have 3 laps of racing, don't they?
I don't know. I've seen sometimes the safety car do only 2 laps sprint. It depends when it comes out.
I think, and I was about to say, Cherry probably picks up a penalty under the safety car. But I think it depends on whether the whole grid's caught up or not. If they haven't caught up by the time that the safety car line or something like that, I don't think they'll come in.
That's also dependable as well. Sometimes the safety car doesn't always wait for the driver to catch up, or drivers to catch up. As I saw it yesterday, it happened. It only stayed out for a lap, as it was called out on lap 30 out of 34, I believe the journey is, something like that, and it only stayed out for a lap. So, as I said, safety car could come in this lap, could come in next lap. It's a really nice rear view there of Bugatti's Alpha, as we can see the Toro Rosso getting close. Safety car is in this lap,
so the Mercedes should have enough time to catch up.
Oh, Matt's just got a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Now, if he's
just catch up, but that should be.
If it's being removed, if it was a clear cut and he clearly cut it, then I don't know what happens. But
I mean, whatever he's done, he hasn't. I think that could still potentially be removed by the admins.
Possibly. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, we're going. Green, green, green.
Green, green, green indeed, as Bugatti is about to start. For some reason, my controller.
There's already been an overtake.
Oh, Bugatti's made a mistake. Ash has got through. And he has to give it back.
You can't overtake before the seat. You can't overtake before the line.
Oh, that is upsetting him. Lickle is cheekily going for a dive. That is unfortunate there for Ash. He had the job done.
You see if Boomer can get the move done on Greeny already. He is right on his gearbox.
Oh,
you're going to go around the outside? No way, not around the outside of Greeny. Nearly a bit of flashbacks there to the 2019 real life Grand Prix. But Boomer has to get the move done here if he wants it. But Greeny covers the inside line. Goes around the outside. He's got more grip. Greeny trying to fend off Boomer for the sake of his teammate.
Ooh, bit of contact.
Little and Greeny are teammates.
Greeny's just
Sure,
trying
he's
to
got to move done. He's got to get the move done here, Boomer. No, but Greeny's going to push him wide, isn't he?
Boomer's been very smart here, just breaking a bit earlier. Going on the outside.
He's got him here.
So what's going on behind here? There is literally Renault, Alpha. Oh, God.
Carnage, Alpha down the inside of AMS.
AMS does a big lunge.
Parrish clips the back of AMS.
I'll go back to the battle for the front. Big Addy versus Ash. As we're now going to be going on the penultimate lap.
See how much time Boomer can gain. Do you think Boomer can get on the podium?
Yeah, possibly. It depends how many pens Little's got and all of penalties. Of course, Cam's out. Cam is out. Cam's retired in the pits. I thought Boomer is really flying right now. Top 4, all within DRS. As I did say, Boomer will be a man on a mission. He will be a mini Rubens Barrichello at the Turkish Grand Prix.
She's right in the back of the Bugatti.
Really close to Bugatti, but Boomer's also close to Lickle. So we're going to have to try and keep them both battles behind. Will Boomer send it? No, but Lickle locks up.
Lickle locks up, but he parks it on the apex. Boomer gets a really poor run. Pornage and Corby changing position in the hairpin. Greeny's got a whole host of cars trying to overtake him. He's literally the bottle.
Also, I could just see like a ton of cars behind him. He's basically truly in Malaysia.
Oh, Corby's going to try to go around the outside. He gets a move. Oh, he's gone very deep.
What was it? It was
Corner sample for a penalty.
I don't know, I'm just sticking on board with the top 4.
Yeah, the leaders are still going one by one. Greeny keeps the position, but he goes deep and he's on the grass.
Dre's in 5th now.
Dre's off in the marbles. Oh, but he's holding around the outside of Greeny. He's got really good traction. Greeny's falling back.
Oh, Greeny has fallen back. But here comes Boom. Oh, Pornage is out.
Pornage is out. And Parrish.
Parrish, they've collided together. But look how much grip Boomer's got now. He's saying this is my time. And he's on the inside of Lickle. Lickle has to realise that he's alongside. Lickle backs out very smart there from Lickle to try and get the switch.
He's going to get switch back.
But can't make it work on those mediums. As I said, those softs are going to be grippier and a lot faster. Boomer out into P3. Lickle drops to 4th. However, this is Ash's last time. He may not get it on penalties though. But he would like to beat the guy on the racetrack. But here it is. Big Addy.
Greeny's about to lose out to AMS, I think.
Ash. Oh, so I'm trying to keep on all the battles.
Yeah, so many.
As we will have to switch though to Big Addy.
Oh!
Now.
Is Ash going to get him over the line? That's going to be really close.
Ash takes 2nd. Oh no, Lickle takes 2nd. Ash drops to 3rd. Boomer misses the podium then. Sutty drops to 5th. Cowboy 6th. Dre 7th. Greeny goes to 8th. Amos 9th. Dino then does get a point in 10th. But what about Matt? Will Matt steal the fastest lap?
He's got that 10 second. Oh, he's got fastest lap, yeah. Got that 10-second stop for penalties, of course.
Fastest lap is currently a 1:11.1, and he does a 1:12 flat there, so just misses out. But here comes Josie Pie. Will he steal it? His lap. He's 8/10 up. Oh no, he's made it. Mistake, but will he still get it? Yes, he does. Just even with that mistake, he just gets it.
He's not on the top 10 yet.
So there we have it then. Big Addy wins at Canada with Lickle in 2nd and Ash in 3rd, with Boomer was finishing 3rd on the line, but unfortunately penalties, drops to 4th. As these three drivers, with Boomer of course, have shown an incredible amount of driving skill and stamina, but my driver day still is going to go to Boomer. He was just unlucky there with the pens. He started from 14th, came up to 4th.
My driver day is going to go to Bugatti.
Wow, you were better, yeah, you were doing that.
Yeah, he qualified 5th on the grid and worked his way up to the lead. Had no penalties, kept it clean, and he won the race as a reward.
Against 2 different driver day votes then. Well, with the Canadian Grand Prix finished then, as we'll go down the list now, dead quick. With Bugatti then winning, with Nichols 2nd, Ash 3rd, Boomer 4th, Sutty in 5th, Cowboy 6th, Dre 7th, Greeny 8th, AMS 9th, Dino 10th, Cherry 2 Pie 11th, and Matt in 12th. With everybody else further down the grid DNFing on the last lap, but I believe Paresh and Ponish Town I think will be counted with a 90% rule in 13th and 14th. Well, unfortunately I can't do podium interviews, so I'm going to get going straight after the stream, so unfortunately guys I can't do podium interviews today, but next week we'll be doing them. I should be back to normal. Well then, Ollie, have you got anything to add before I close down the stream?
No, not really. It was actually a really entertaining race. Lots of battling, and the mix of strategy between some of the drivers was really interesting to watch. Shame there wasn't a little bit of rain to get in the mix. Would have been nice from the spectator point of view, but it was a very good race for the Canadian Grand Prix. See you guys next week, of course. We'll be here same time, Tuesday 8 o'clock. Yeah,
of course we'll be back same time as the legendary commentators. We'll be beating the Mong brand, of course. But all jokes aside, it's been a good race to commentate over with you, Ollie, and it's always a pleasure to do cons for PSGL, and it's been a decent race with a very spectacular finish. Well then, I've been your commentator IRL Neon. I've been joined by Ollie, my co-commentator, and we'll see you guys next week at round 5, which I believe is what track?
You put me this way. I'll have a look in the Discord.
Okay.
I think it is. The next track is Austria.
Austria. So we'll see you guys then at Austria, and we'll see who could win there. Could Lickle get a win? Could Boomer get a win? Or could even Cherry 2 Pie get a win, as he was unlucky today as he qualified pole. But join us for next time on Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Goodbye for now.